Hello, 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 my lovely, lovely subscribers. Thank you so very much for being here today. My name is Ava, and this is Stitching in the Interlake, and I welcome you to my channel. I hope if you're just new here and you're passing through, that you will consider subscribing and giving me a thumbs up. And if you do subscribe, which I would love, um, is to click that notification bell wherever, wherever the darn thing is, and hit the all button, because then that tells you when I upload anything. And who knows? You never can tell what I'm going to upload. All righty. So, as you've noticed over the last few days, I've been having trouble here with Advent calendar. So yesterday I continued to work, and I also continued to go down with the lines just to make sure, just to make sure. But I think it's looking pretty good. And I will work on this today and try to make a little bit more progress on it. Um, so this is how far I have on Christmas Hut, I think is what it's called, or Christmas house, one of the Christmas houses. So I have over here, I know there's a lot of this blue up here. That's white, and I'm not stitching it. Okay. So, but you can see here and over here. This here will be stitched with using a 12 thread right here. So, yeah, so I'm just going to continue working here on number 33, which is 3770. Yeah. So I have read your notes, your messages saying that the frog has indeed come to visit your place, and sometimes it's many frogs. It's just a lineup, like a grocery lineup, one after the next, right? And so that's part and parcel of counted, right? That's what's going to happen. So you just face the fact. I know you always start out and say, I'm never going to make a mistake. I'm never going to make a Doesn't happen. Does not happen. So anyway, today is the 22nd of November, 2023. Oh, gosh. Wasn't today the date when President Kennedy passed away? Something like that? I think that's what it was. I'm going on memory here. And, yeah, it's, there are so many events happen around this world. I mean, every day would be filled up with probably hundreds of event memories. And so it's, yeah. I did, I think it was the 22nd of November, because I read Stephen King's book, 11/22/68, I think it was, when he passed away. And it was pretty good. It was about somebody who went back to try and stop, you know, stop this from happening. And So anyways, just a minute here. I'm just trying to set up my, I don't know what's happening here. Oh, go back here. Okay, right there. And now I've got that and that. Okay. Should have set that up earlier. Yeah, I know. Shoulda, woulda, couldas, right? Yeah, so, but anyway, so today is a much colder day. Alexa, what's the forecast?
In Ericsdale, it's -3 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can look for intermittent clouds, with a high of -2 degrees and a low of -12 degrees.
Okay, Alexa, louder. So, yeah, it's -2 degrees. It's going down to -12 degrees. Ugh, not good. Not good. But, still, to have what we have here is good. It's really good. There's hardly any snow on the ground. The roads are clear. Probably the sidewalks are clear. But it is breezy, and it's supposed to get even more breezy later. It's supposed to go up to between 30 and 50 kilometers an hour, I think. So, yeah. Oh, my goodness. So, please remember that tomorrow I will be doing the spin of the wheel 3 times. I think right now only 2 because one will be a default. And yeah, I think that's going to be fun. I'm eager to see what will be picked out by one of the WIN and ERSs to see what you're going to get. And I mean, there are lovely, 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 lovely charts out there. And just as long as you let me know by Friday, by the afternoon. Now, I won't do my video until later on tomorrow to give time for anybody who has maybe just jumped in and that. So you must be a subscriber. You must give my video a thumbs up. You must use the words Black Friday in a coherent sentence. And just tell me if you're Canada, US, or the other. That's all you need to do. So, and then you must send me the link to whatever it is that you want on Etsy. That's $5 or under. And I will, because a lot of Black Friday sales are going to happen. Not tomorrow, Friday. There's a lot out there right now, but I'm just saying that there are some stores on Etsy who don't do it until actually Black Friday. So, yes. So, I don't know how I got this black thread in here. I don't know how that got in there. There we go. So, yeah. And then if I can get up to 700 subscribers, I will do another one where I will And this time round, it will be 2 kits and one $5 gift card to Etsy or chart, I mean, PDF chart. So, and that'll be for others. So, because shipping to Europe or elsewhere is it's just cost prohibitive. It's just it costs you probably 3 times as much. So, or what I can do is offer the kit or the $5 for Etsy. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that will be good. Yeah. So last night I had a pretty decent sleep. I'm starting to settle down a little bit more with my prazosin again, and which is good. Um, at least my nightmares and my PTSD is kind of gone off a bit, which is good, which I really like. So, oh, I got a call yesterday afternoon from the vet clinic to say that Sydney's ashes are back. So Juliet is going to pick them up in Lundar on her way home today. And which is nice. And yeah, it's sad, but it's like I was telling my sister-in-law, Beth. And Beth, thank you for calling me yesterday. It was really nice to hear from you. Oh, and she's looking at bringing herself and my niece Rebecca up for a visit next year for a couple of weeks. I hope so. I hope so. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That would be absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. So it's always nice when you have, um, to look forward to something. She's still got it. I mean, there's lots of time. She's looking at either May or June. And and she's going to drive up. Like for me, driving would take 2 days. One night in a hotel or motel, more than likely motel. And then I don't know if that's, yeah, that's it. And then I go because I've always been one. I just drive. I just drive, and then that became more apparent when I was driving the big trucks. So, because there was none, you couldn't divert over and all of that, right? So, like I can remember, I would have loved to have gone and stopped at the New Madrid fault line. I would have liked to have stopped to see the, what do you call it? The St. Louis Arch. I would have liked to have, you know, if we could have gone over to the Grand Canyon or wherever. I would have loved to have done that, right? But no. Lyle was single minded. He had just his focus in mind, and that was it. And he had no interest in sightseeing. None. None. So, yeah, I would have loved to have seen it. But it is more difficult when you've got a big truck though. Much more difficult. So, but yeah. So this house here, or hut, or whatever you want to call it, is part of my if I could turn back time. And the December challenge, which is starting next week officially, um, is dashing through the snow. And this will qualify for that as well. And I've already picked out what's going to come up for January. And I think that's going to be good. And I know I picked out for February. And no, it's not Valentine's Day related. Okay. I try to kind of keep it as neutral as possible. You know, for me, it is. Once I can get through January, then February, yeah, February this year is a short month. It's 28 days. Next year is leap year. So next year we're 29 days. Well, which is still shorter than 30 or 31 days, right? So I find it's easier. I just find it so much nicer once I can get through January. Because January is very cold here. That doesn't mean February isn't really cold, but yeah, January is really cold here. So, but I looked ahead there to the third of the month for December, and it looks like it was -2 and sunshine all day. Now that's a little ways away, right? That's about 2 weeks away. But still, it's if that happens because of the old farmer's tale or whatever you want to call it, that on the third of the month, what the weather is like is how the rest of the month will go. And our third of the month for November was just, and so far it's been right on. Yes, we had snowy days, but we had mostly warm days. And I mean, warm is relative, right? For us here, this is like a day at the beach. So, but I still have my blanket on me, and I will continue to do so. And my hands are really white again. See, compared to my face. So I haven't been put on vasodilators yet, so I may see when I see Dr. F if I can get on a vasodilator. I'm not sure when I'm going to go and see her again. It might be in January. I think I'm going to try in January. I think that might also help when I get my little bit of angina pain. So, I am on an ACE inhibitor as my blood pressure, but I think a vasodilator would probably work good. And of course, we'll start out a lower dose to see. So, yeah. Otherwise, not much else is happening. I chatted with Juliet last night. They were just getting ready to board the plane in Montreal. And they were, I haven't heard from them this morning, so I'm assuming that they are in Winnipeg visiting. So that's good. Yeah. So otherwise, not much else is happening. Just, yeah, I can see the wind out there. And I've also got on TV there with Christmas, winter, heavy snow falling. They have these Christmas markets over in Europe, and oh boy, those are just wonderful. There's nothing like Christmas markets. Like Germany has some really good ones. I don't know about anywhere else, but I'm assuming that they do because it's a big thing over there. Here it's not. They had the Christmas market. I went to once in Winnipeg. It was indoors, of course. And because here it's just too cold, because you never know what the weather's like and is it going to be a blizzard and that. So I kind of wish they would have it outdoors, but so anyway, and that was an absolute letdown. Absolute letdown. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just was not good. And I was very disappointed. And when they played music, they didn't even play like the German Christmas music. They just played ordinary, every day, like Christmas music. So I was not happy about that. And I never went back. But then again, COVID hit. And so I never went back. But now I don't know, maybe Toronto or Vancouver has something or whatever, but and they might have multinational Christmas markets. So, which is also okay. Oh, there was something I was gonna say and can't remember. I can't remember. I can't remember. Jonah was just, he was all over the place last night. Oh, oh, uh, the um, the Woodlands vet office called yesterday and said Sydney's ashes are in. So, did I say that? I don't know if I said that. If I did, I'm sorry. I need to be a little bit more mindful so that I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I have not heard yet from MPI about going and doing my road test. Um, I guess it will be, I think I'll leave it till Monday. And if I haven't heard anything from them by Monday, I'm going to call them. The only thing is, I don't have a number like my, um, um, not unit number, but my um, case number. I don't have that yet. And that would be a big help. So, well, last night I did have a one dream that I can remember. And I was in a four-wheeler, and I had I was out delivering things in it. And I ended up at this Hutterite. I'm sure it was Hutterite, not Amish. And but they weren't like your regular Hutterites. The men had long hair and no hats and no, they just looked like everyday, and they all looked like bums. And the ladies wore pants and no head coverings, and they just looked like everyday people. And I mean, they are everyday people, but they're not kind of culturally separate. So, anyways, I ended up staying overnight with them. And I said, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go, because I was meeting Lyle somewhere. I don't know. I think it was supposed to be Saskatoon. And here I was, hours away, and I should have already been halfway there. And so then I finally left. And in my dream, I kept saying, I have to go to the bathroom. I got to go to the bathroom. So I did have to go to the bathroom, but every time I would just fall back asleep again, until finally that's what woke me up this morning. I had to go to the bathroom. So, but anyway, my dream went that I had the little truck, but I went outside, and I was stayed at a motel. I don't know what the thing was. But anyways, I ended up staying at a motel, and I went outside, and I'm looking for the big truck. Looking for the big truck. I couldn't find it. And then I realized, oh, no, I don't have the big truck. Lyle's got the big truck. So then I said, well, I better go and get my half ton. And then it dawned on me when I was doing that in my dream that, wait a minute, I don't have a driver's license. I can't drive. It was just a mix up. And then I was worried, oh no, now I'm going to get caught. Now all that other kind of stuff. I am looking forward to getting my driver's license back. I want to get it back. Please. Please, please, please. Yeah. But I have to remember that it all goes in God's time, not in my time. My goodness, this fabric, it's nice, it's clearly printed, but I would almost swear this is like a 16 count. Or it could be a 14 count. And the the dye, the painting of it was heavier, or the weave itself is tighter. And so it's hard to get my needle through. And I've got one of the smaller needles. I've got a size 28, I think. And I'm still having trouble. So please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment. I love those comments. Keep them coming. Such wonderful questions and such words of support and love and caring from you all. It's just wonderful. It is just wonderful. And then there's the dedicated Facebook group, Stitching in the Interlake. And all you need do is answer the question, name one of my two sidekicks. Okay? I know it says two, but all I need is one. And I can't change that. It's not letting me change it, so I don't know. And then I have the dedicated email address, which is stitchingintheinterlake@gmail.com. Yeah. So there you can email me privately. I do stitch alongs, I do monthly challenges, which you may or may not want to do, and that's fine. I do reviews and unbaggings and tutorials. I talk about my life here in rural Manitoba, in the Interlake region of Manitoba, Canada. And I talk about my Jonah and Lilybell. And when Sydney was here, I talked about him. I will talk about mental health issues. I will talk about what's in the news. Occasionally touch on political things. I know that's not everybody's favorite, but sometimes I get riled up and I gotta talk about it. So, and the way I am on here is the way I am in if you came to visit. Exactly the same. So, alrighty, I'm done this thread, so then I can show you how far I've got. So just a minute. So yeah, you can go back and you can watch all kinds of videos on tutorials that I've done on how to, on just anything, right? My blunders, my boo-boos, my errors, my mistakes. We're only human, right? My pain, my sorrow, my joy, my love for Jesus, and my Catholic faith, everything. So, okay, so that's where I finished. I was working here. Okay, so I'm going to continue here, but I am going to work there on my Advent calendar to get a little bit further on that one. So, there you go. All right, everyone. So, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you, and so do I. And so does Miss Twinkle Toes herself, Miss Lilybell, and Jonah, who's up in the cat condo, and Sydney, who's is being a holy terror across the Rainbow Bridge. I'm sure of it. Um, yeah, and I guess that's it. Please join me again tomorrow, and I will be doing my video later in the day, so please don't expect it until later, 7, 8 o'clock even, Central Standard Time. Could go earlier, but yeah. So that's just to give everyone a chance again to get back in. Um, Yeah, and I guess that's it. This Sunday there will be a live, God willing, of course. So I hope you'll join me for that. So have a great day, everyone. Toodle-oodles, everybody!